Hello, good people. It's time for an episode of Creatively Shaded, your destination for all things Bay Area theater and beyond, honey, where the dish is served and the tea is hot. So let's join our hosts, Bay Area Black artists
Elizabeth Jones,
Sean J. West,
Phaedra Tillery Boughton.
Come peek behind the curtain.
Guess who's back?
Hey, y'all. That was a little early. Just saying that this thing.
Clearly we back. We so happy to be back. Liz, you happy? Yeah.
Yes. We've missed you guys.
Have you missed us?
Why you going to the crazy?
Here we are. Creatively Shaded is back in the house for episode 12 of season 2.
That's right.
Our peace out for the season.
And it's been a season.
It has been a season. We've been busy.
Ooh, a delayed season.
And
Okay,
life
we've been
has been
on-
lifing, and here we are.
Where y'all been?
On CP time, for sure.
I don't know about that. I just been busy with work.
Yeah.
Me too. Work
and
for sure.
Doing 3 back-to-back shows. I don't know how Kimberly Ridgway does that, but
It's a lot of work.
it's a lot of hella work.
Yeah.
So, I
We
won't be
all
doing
been out
that.
here getting this theater in our bodies, moving and shaking. Liz, you working with the kids.
Yeah, I've gotten a promotion at work. And so I literally cannot focus. I haven't been on social media. I haven't been doing much of anything. I've been able to see some shows, but the job
Been
has
jobbing.
been jobbing.
All right. That's what happens when you live in the Bay Area. We can do a podcast, but we also work 13 other jobs.
Okay.
Yes.
Heavy on the 13.
Right. All right. So what have we seen out in these theaters?
English is her third language. I don't know what the
What
other
have
two
you
are.
guys been to see out in these theater streets lately?
Well, I got the pleasure of seeing Chicken and Biscuits at the African American Shakespeare Company,
Yeah.
directed by Devin Cunningham, featuring a majority Black American cast.
Okay.
And it is basically, it was a fun show. It was set at the Argyle.
They had 2 locations,
They had
right?
2 locations. One was in San Francisco.
Okay.
And the other one was here in Oakland at a church that Devin is a member of.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't see the church one. I saw the one I saw opening night. And it was fun. I'm not a fan of the script.
Okay, fair enough.
But I think
What's the script about?
basically it's about a family who is going to the funeral of the patriarch. And the patriarch has passed on he's a minister, passed on his church to his son-in-law. And so his daughter is married to him. He has 2 daughters, but then it comes out that he actually has more than 2 daughters.
Oh, wow. All
That is
one of them,
revealed
huh?
at the funeral.
Okay.
And so, all mayhem ensues about, well, Daddy didn't tell me. And then one sister knew about it, and one sister didn't. And
Oh, it's the drama.
it's that drama of it all.
That sounds fun and
Drama
funny.
full of comedy.
Oh, well, good. Congratulations to African American Shakes for Chicken and Biscuits.
Yes.
We also had the pleasure of seeing Sunset Baby at
Yes.
Lorraine Hansberry
Yes, we
Theatre,
did.
directed by the Margot Hall. That I enjoyed. I
Yeah.
definitely enjoyed that show. Courtney shut it down.
Courtney Williams.
Yeah, did a beautiful job. But her and
Titus
Yeah, Titus.
Van.
Yeah. You better Titus Van. All right.
There's another part, but
Is it Van Horn? It's not Van Horn.
Van.
We should
Something.
do better with knowing his name. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
Titus.
Sorry,
We
Titus.
love
We
you.
love you. But yeah, it was a really good. I really enjoyed it. I also love when I always get nervous at the Magic, how that's gonna play out. That the way it's set, the
Yeah.
set is
Oh, okay.
and the pillars in the space.
Mm-hmm.
But Margot always really does a really good job of making sure you never feel left out, no matter where you sit
Right.
in that space. So there was things that I saw and facial expressions that I saw on my side that I'm sure the audience didn't get. The intimacy work is always amazingly done by Janae Simon. I mean, her intimacy, I feel like I always can tell when it's done by Janae because it just always feels right.
Yeah,
And not
for sure.
awkward. I feel like I'm inside of the scene and I don't feel pulled out like, oh, this is a weird intimate scene on stage that I'm watching. But whenever I watch Janae's, I'm always like still engrossed in the moment. So yeah, it was. I enjoyed that show.
Cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it too. Speaking of the intimacy, they were simulating some sex.
Yeah.
And I said, all right. All right. It was good.
It was good. And it was good.
And it was good.
What season is this for Liz? Because it's interesting.
Steaming.
We won't go there.
Steaming.
This is creatively shaded.
Steaming.
This isn't
She's steaming.
after hours with creatively
She hot
shaded.
under her shade.
So the next one.
All right, we had a Sean J and I. Did you see this, Phaedra?
She
9 to 5 at Real Light, featuring Majesty Pearl Scott. 9 to 5. It was really cute. One of the things that I really enjoyed was the little feature from Dolly Parton. She came on and on a screen and talked about the show. That was
wow,
really
really?
cute. Yeah, it was cute. They had it like pre-taped. And she talked about her show, and she gave some context about the history of the show and the time frame, and that was really fun. It's always great to see Majesty on stage. She is a star, and her voice is incredible. So I enjoyed it. Do I love that script? Oh no, but it was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah, it's a feel good, basically, lack of a better term, fluffy type musical, because some of the songs weren't memorable except for 9 to 5.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
But it's like it's a feel good, fun. Take the kids and the family all out to see the show.
Yeah. for
Nice.
sure.
It's a safe bet.
Okay.
All right.
Then we had the pleasure of seeing Hot Wing King at NCTC, directed by our very own Sean J. West.
Sir Diva.
Listen, I had a time seeing Hot Wing King.
We was up in that audience
Like,
loud.
I had been going through a lot during the time leading up to Hot Wing King, and I was like trying to we ended up only being able to go to closing, but I was so happy that we went to see it because I needed to laugh like that. I didn't realize I needed that much joy, and it felt like I was so out. I felt inside of that story. I felt engaged. I felt like I was having a good time. I was talking back. It was a good time at the theater. I was so happy with what you did with it, Sean J, but also the characters. I think the story was good. Yeah, it was a great time. So I enjoyed Hot Wing King.
Yeah, I really love the set too. You just pay attention to those things. It felt so like a real home. It was really cool. They had different levels. All the actors made sure that they honored the boundaries. Like there was a platform, and then there was a living room on stage, right? And then when they went to the platform, they made sure that they always exited out of the stage left door. But then when they were outside, they came down stage left in front of that platform. But I appreciated how the lights, the blocking made sure that we understood that there were multiple spaces for the actors to play on. And not to mention, it was just so black.
It was so black.
So black.
It was really black.
You know I'm down for black. So,
But I will say NCTC's sets always look good to
They
me.
do.
I don't know if it's because it feels cozy in there or because I don't know if everything that I've seen is always done by the same set designer. But I know that whenever I feel in NCTC, I feel warm held, and it does feel like a really good put together set. And it feels like I've been a performer in that space, and it's tight down there. But whenever I'm in the audience, I always feel like, ooh, this is a cozy like show. And look at this set. It's so realistic, and it feels like a home. Even when I did
That was before I knew you.
oh man, Life
I was like,
Outside Your Apartment. Look at them. They don't know what I'm talking about.
You on your own there, Sunshine.
Sesame Street, but for the adults.
the spelling
the puppets.
bee.
Yes.
No, the
Come on, y'all. Everybody in the audience is like screaming at the TV.
it's queer in the title,
No.
but it has the puppets, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. It's gonna come back when we like 3 minutes away from it. All right.
Anywho,
Avenue Q.
That's
There we
it.
go.
That's it right there. Avenue Q.
It wasn't
I was
me.
just like, this is like
we have our visitor
James
here.
is with us today.
James, our
Thank
editor's in
God.
the building.
He's like it's right here. Avenue Q. Thanks,
Playing a
James.
little charades. Thanks,
Anywho,
James.
the next thing did you get to see
I
it?
did not see it.
Oh, you did not get to see
unfortunately.
it. It was the day the sky turned orange at SF Batco. I went with one of my friend of mine, Taylor, who was also my stage manager for Hot Wing King. And you were in the show.
I was.
And it was a wonderful theater experience. Like the story, and they're still working on the script. but
Yeah.
it's still in a good place. And I think this is one of the opportunities where we really needed folks to go out to see the show and give their own perspective and review of it. Because one of the local reviewers gave their review, and it was very, I would say, just off. Because the whole headline had something that was like, were we at the same show?
Yeah.
And it just didn't.
Oh, they call it, I think they said something about it being like a snooze fest. And to me, that was like, how? The music
Right.
alone
The music
was.
alone, the energy.
First of all, I'm not going to ever be a part of anything that's a snooze fest. Let's just be clear about
Clap
that.
that tea.
Real quick. But
yeah.
even with that, the music alone, and credit to Julius Rea who wrote the script, but the music alone was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was still like head bobbing to it. So I just know that reviewer, some art ain't for everybody, right? Like,
Well, yes, and the thing though is, as a reviewer, in my opinion, your responsibility is to be able to step outside of yourself and really speak to what is being witnessed on stage. Even if you can't fully relate to it, you should be able to give a constructive perspective on, hey, so the music was great. I didn't really feel da-da-da-da, right? Some of the dialogue may have been this, or like some of the choreography was popping. That's why it's not a snooze fest. Y'all were freaking moving on that stage. The music, the interactions, the connections that were happening on that stage, you can't call it a snooze fest, right? So I think we try to do this here, is that if let me speak for myself. So I may not particularly like something, but I'm always going to try and find something constructive. Like I've said it before.
Yeah.
This was not meant for me.
Right.
But I was able to A, B, C, and D, right? But I don't think a lot of reviewers, particularly this one, who doesn't step out of themselves to really fully be able to review something with the perspective of looking at it from everyone's perspective, right? Because we want butts and seats. And part of the review is to get an audience.
Yeah,
but
we
if
have to
your
be
review,
careful.
Your review basically said, "Don't go see the show,"
and that's killing our art form.
and we can't do that in the Bay Area.
No.
And theater in general is already struggling as is. So when you see something like that, oh, I don't need to waste my time. Everyone should experience it for themselves and have their own review of it.
Because their experience may be different than yours.
Exactly.
And
So-
you can't see nothing from me. I'm just that kind of person. Like, okay, that's how you feel about it. Okay, I'm gonna go check it out for myself. I'm gonna experience it for myself.
And that's what it
something
should've said.
in the story may move me. Something in the connections on stage may move me or may speak to my story and my journey. So that's why we are here ourselves, is like giving our perspective, because we realize that when we're having conversations out in the Bay Area with our friends, we're having the same kind of feelings, and we want to have these conversations about the shows and stuff that we're seeing. But we do have to support and keep this art form alive, especially with our current administration not supporting us and not giving us the funds in order to create this art. We have to definitely support ourselves. So yeah, thank you, Fran.
Because that was Chef's kiss.
Thank you.
Oh.
Reminded
you.
my early days of musicals.
You better early day musical. All right, what else y'all went to see?
All right, so I had an opportunity to see Pilgrimage, which was a collaborative production between Golden Thread Productions and Z Space. And it was about an African woman, Noor, who has vowed to fulfill her deceased sister's wishes of gathering the women in her family to take a pilgrimage, Hajj, one of the 5 pillars of faith, a sacred obligation for those who are able to make the journey once in their lifetime. At its completion, a lawyer will release a large monetary sum per her deceased sister's will. So there's 2 characters who are sisters, and they are at odds. Then there's a cousin who is the daughter of Noor, and then there is a Black convert who was once very close to the sister, who was played by Janae Simon. So the conflict starts immediately. And when I tell you the secrets, they come spilling all the way out, with the penultimate secret being a bombshell from Noor herself. So come to find out, all this time, Noor.
Don't get it out. Is the show over?
The show is over, so I can give it away. I can give it
okay.
away.
Spoiler.
This is a spoiler, but the show is definitely closed. So Noor's daughter was not their cousin. She was their sister, their half-sister, because Noor had slept with her sister's husband.
Oh, I need to see this one.
It was really
Is this
good.
a new work?
It was a new work.
Oh, nice.
And so one of the things that the playwright said, and I wanted to highlight that, she says, Pilgrimage explores the complexity of family, identity, truth, and our shared search for belonging, presenting powerful, nuanced, and deeply human female Muslim characters far beyond the stereotypes so often seen on stage and screen. This play is an homage to Afghan women whose lives under gender apartheid showcase the devastating consequences of weaponization of religion to oppress half of society. And so this was all happening at the same time. The daughter, her business was under collapse. She was being attacked. Janae Simon's character was looking for her adopted mother. Come to find out that the two, Janae and the one sister, they actually were queer and they had feelings for one another. It all came out. It was an incredibly beautiful experience, and I'm really thankful to have seen that. And shout out to Salim Razawi, who is a part of Golden Threads and who invited us to come out. So thank you so much for that.
Nice. You know, I love new work and what it allows us to see, because it allows, like, I feel like old Broadway and it tells old stories, but this actually allows us to learn more about others.
Yeah, for sure.
And the complexities that have been like stereotyped over. So that's really cool. That show sounds really cool. I hate that I wasn't able to see that. It sounds like
Yes, it
a
was
really
wonderful.
amazing experience.
And I got to see The Wisdom of Eve at the Altarena Playhouse, directed by Kimberly Ridgway. And I think it is in Memorial Weekend. But by the time this comes out, I think it will be closed. But basically, it tells the story of the movie All About Eve and the preamble before that. So it's really like cool to see a little concept of the movie, or maybe the movie is based on this, either or. But it was fun. It was set, 1930s, 40s. Yeah, costumes were fierce. Costumed by Ava Bird,
Okay.
Oh, okay, Ava.
who also did my show, Hot Wing King and
Wild with
Wild
Happy.
with Happy.
Oh,
Yes.
all
So, yeah.
right, Ava.
Yeah.
And lighting was done by Dr. Stephanie Jones.
Stephanie,
Right.
Mama Dr. Stephanie.
So, yes.
Alrighty.
All right. Next is the big elephant in the room, for me. Where y'all asses at?
Yeah.
We have been struggling to get butts in theater seats down to every theater company that I work for about 10 of them, but every theater company that I've been working with and for, it's been a struggle to fill the seats and get support. And so we want to know, where are y'all at? I know life is lifing on everyone, but we also have to make sure that we're getting out of our homes and supporting the arts. We also need to support our family members and the people that are out here working and writing these stories and putting them out. But we need to make sure that y'all come out. And if it's a financial issue, that's why we're here. Inbox us. We know about discount codes and how to get you in there, but we need to make sure that you're out there supporting, especially Black artists that are out here working in the Bay Area. We need your support.
Absolutely. And we can't, one of the issues is that you can't keep ignoring the state of America, okay? America, the state that we're currently living in under this administration, the real struggles that people are currently having, like the government shutdown, people not having access to SNAP. So how are you going to convince somebody that they need to take the few coins that they may have and spend it towards seeing a theatrical production? That's where the real work begins to me, because people want to escape. They want to find a way to experience something that can still connect them, to know that they're not alone. And so if you ignore that fact, you're going to ignore a huge population of people who could definitely be putting their butts all up in those seats.
Yes. And so I hear you. I think the challenge with all of this is that I believe that the pandemic and the subsequent shelter in place, I think it had a greater impact on folks than we thought.
Yeah, well, we're still figuring it out.
And I think
Yeah.
folks are still figuring out, like, how do I get back into the world and get back into doing things? And I feel that some theaters are still operating in the same format that they have always operated in before the pandemic, before the lockdown. I remember doing the lockdown, and I was like, no, all these Zoom productions that were happening.
Yes, I
And it was,
remember
like,
those.
everywhere. And I was like, I directed one, which led to an actual full production later. But they weren't, for me, they were all kind of like, everyone was hopping on the same bandwagon. And not everyone had figured out the best method and all this other stuff. So I think once that was done, they go, oh, good, we ain't got to do that anymore. and they just went right back to how they were doing things. And I think part of theater and part of entertainment is to give you an avenue of getting away from the stressors of life, but we also have to make it accessible. Because right now, I really believe that a lot of theater companies' ticket prices are way too high for
this
average
current
person
climate.
who's going to be able to go see a theater. Like they may want to, but it's like going, I can't spend $60 on a ticket because you got to remember, it's not only the ticket, it's also you're probably going to go to dinner and you've got to transport yourself there.
Yep.
And then you may do something after the show. And if you're at the show and you want to go concessions, like all that piles up. So at the end of the night, you spend $100 possibly. Not everyone can do that.
Right.
That's theater tends to be this elitism, privilege type of thing, and it needs to not be that anymore.
Yes.
I believe like during the Great Depression, people were still going out and do shit, but it was affordable.
Yes.
Right? So
that's the key.
My philosophy is, I think it's better to sell like 50 $25 tickets instead of 3 $60 tickets.
Yep.
Because now you've got a lot more folks seeing your work who are going to talk about it, which means you're going to get more. But if you got 3 to 15 people who see it because they were outpriced ticket wise, those 15 people aren't going to reach the numbers that could have been reached. So I think we have to stop relying on how things have always done and how things have always worked. Because especially with like TikTok, like don't rely on one method of marketing.
Yep.
And then you've also got to partner with other areas to reach a greater audience experience. Speaking from a perspective. So like I'm doing a show that has a majority Black cast. A lot of folks assume it's just a Black show. So how do you market that to people who aren't Black so that they know this isn't a human story being told so that you can experience it as well, right? Because we, again, to your point, we learn from each other, about each other by seeing things that just aren't centered around us.
Absolutely.
And I think if more folks had seen Hot Wing King, this gay Black men who are experiencing something within their own family, their own unit, they would have went, oh, because again, we always say this, we are not a monolith.
Right.
So the same thing with
applies to
the pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage, exactly.
Right. We've got to get out of our own bubble.
Yep.
Because that is how we learn about each other and how this world becomes a better place.
Absolutely.
But it also goes to in the theater company, right? Like living or functioning within your means, right? So that means you can't put on this thousands of dollar production. Yeah. You got to scale back or do smaller shows or pick smaller scripts so that you can lower your ticket price, right? Because you have to function within your means. And I think that's also a new challenge that's happening is that they're having to figure out how to function where before 2020 their means were different. Well, your means are different now, and a lot of the laws of how you can pay the artist has changed as well. Yes. So there's a lot of things that we're having to balance as theater companies as well when it comes to ticket pricing. But finding ways to include audiences that can only afford a lower ticket price is going to be your go-to because that's the people that are going to stay loyal to you for a long time, right? Like, and this might be not the nicest thing to say.
Just say it.
Some of the older people that have been donating to the theater are retiring. And you gotta find new money, friends.
Okay.
And I don't mean retiring by like their job. I mean with the earth.
No
and
longer
I'm
in
not
this.
laughing at death. I'm just being honest. That old money that has been put into the theaters, that old money is dying. So we have to find new ways and new people to reach for this financial, backing from.
Yeah, because I think there's shotgun players. They have a way in which they're on a sliding scale.
Yeah, yeah.
And so what they do is, I think they have a minimum, right? But then it goes up. And so you pay where you can, and someone who can pay more is covering basically for those who may not be able to, right?
Right.
So I think it's thinking about things like that. How do you leverage that? And then also looking at your space. Like, is this space big enough to have like 5 tiers, right? Or is it really 2 tiers, right? And it's like, then people go, oh, I can go there. It's just, we have to really think about that because we can only preach to us
Yep.
so far, right? And as actors and as performers and as artists, we want to be able to see the show, keeping it 100, either free or deeply discounted.
Yeah.
We need to reach folks who are not in that circle.
Absolutely.
That's
It's
true.
who you tell.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
word of mouth. A lot of word of mouth that needs to start happening now. Bring your friends with you to the theater. Like, a lot of my friends are enjoying it more. Like, they're coming with me like, oh, I didn't realize. Yeah. Bring them to the theater.
Yeah.
Tell your auntie and them to come with you. They'll enjoy these things that we're telling you about. So,
And we need them in the audience.
Absolutely.
Because, baby,
Yes, we do.
that life is not a joke. But basically, be creative, but also be community and collaborate. I think a lot of folks are trying to do it on their own.
Yeah.
And that's
That's the killer for sure.
a killer. Like, we need to partner with each other. We need to collaborate with each other. We need to share spaces with each other. We need to offer opportunities. Hey, I have this rehearsal hall. Here you go. Hey, I have this performance space. I'll just pay half, But I think thinking of ways in which we really support and lift each other in a way that isn't just me, 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 me.
Right.
Because I've said this before. While you me, 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 me in, you also isolating yourself.
You are.
And when you really need help, folks are going to go, oh, now you want to talk to us.
Right.
And it's just,
You don't get that cold shoulder.
no way, not me.
So let's just try it. Let's be better, y'all. Because people are losing grants and everything.
They are.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
for sure.
we are.
so moving forward, see how I said forward, not on.
You sure did.
We are going to recap some of the wonderful things that happened this past year for Creatively Shaded and the artist community here in the Bay Area. Put my new glasses on.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
get 'em
at
on
you.
now. Get them on.
So we're going to run that back.
Run it back.
All
Run
the
it
way
back.
back.
Run it back. So we have had an amazing 2020-25 with Creatively Shaded. We've been up and down and turned round and round. But we had some amazing things happening. We want to talk about what we went through, y'all.
Yes, we
Absolutely.
do. So we're going to break down some highlights of the season. We, the Movers and Shakers, had seats at our table. Ryan Nicole,
Oh, yeah.
bless her heart, love her, was a guest on our episode 8, We Live in the Performative. And we spoke about the process of creating a world premiere musical, co-founders at ACT, being loyal to the soil and her thoughts about the future of Bay Area theater.
Yes.
And that was a lengthy conversation.
It
Yes.
was.
But it was so enriching. And it's like, that was my first time really sitting down and talking with her. I'm in love with her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then we went
for
on to
sure.
see Co-Founders, which was amazing
God.
production.
Oh, loved it
You saw
so
it
much.
A
You
lot
saw
of
it
times,
twice? I
yeah.
saw it once.
Yes.
So it was really
Yes.
amazing.
Absolutely. And then we had AJ Antonius
Hey.
Marquise. He stepped in as guest host for Sir Diva on episode 9, We're Larger Than the System. They gave us an in-depth perspective on Afrofuturism, igniting the activism component of theater as NEA funding was being slashed, and how theater continues to disrupt and agitate complacency in all forms. We had us a time with AJ.
Yes, y'all did.
AJ definitely had me seeing. Well, we saw a show,
You
and
know
they
that
just
show.
had us completely seeing it from a different perspective,
Yes.
which I really respected. So we thank AJ for coming on, and then we had the amazingly, our favorite Margot Hall was on episode 10, the Bay for a Horse. She gave us insight into her illustrious career, dropped gems on thriving as a theater community through turmoil, and if the theater could produce a live horse on stage, the Bay will mount it up again. What?
Get it up,
Wait, I missed that.
The Bay will
mount up again.
You got to put that lid sure.
My bad.
Yeah, if you can do a horse on stage, you
Yeah,
can,
you can.
Yeah.
It can happen again.
It can.
We had the pleasure of Jasmine Milan Williams joining us on episode 11, Shifts, Skips, and Shenanigans. She shared the calling of crafting pieces that extend from the actor to meet the character, the depth of care needed to dress Black bodies, and the considerations up and coming costume designers must undertake. I love Jasmine because we don't call her a costumer. She's like a character stylist. And I'm probably paraphrasing. Apologies, Jasmine. But I think it was one of those things that sometimes we take for granted the actual work that goes into costuming a show and also costuming a specific actor for a show, because sometimes, again, bodies are very different and not one size does not fit all. So I appreciate how she gets into that and makes sure that the actor feels comfortable and creating that character from an honest place.
Absolutely. And she did so with such care, and she sure dropped a lot of beautiful gems, and we're so thankful to have her on.
All right, the Bay Area creative innovation in full effect, and the Bay persisted in spite of insurgencies. Say the word.
Societal.
There you go. Societal walls and closures. We honor Cal Shakes, Aurora Theater, and others that have made their resounding impact in our community. Yet and still, there were dynamic ways that the theater was getting to the people. Here are a few.
Yes. 4th Annual New Roots Festival, the Black Futures Residency, Come Through, a cultural celebration.
Ooh.
Remember that at Lorraine Hansberry Theatre?
Exodus.
Yes.
Was so good.
Yeah.
So good. Oh
So
my
good.
goodness. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I started following it on social media because I just was like,
I know,
want to
it's
keep in
traveling.
touch.
Yes.
This is really good.
And Sister Friend. So excited to see where that show is
We got some
on its
updates
journey.
in 2026. We got some updates.
Can't
We
wait
got
for
some
that.
updates.
And Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
Oh, and there were several world premieres, and theaters were coming together to host audition workshops. So we had several different theaters that realized that, hey, we should do this together. And here are some of our personal standouts, some of the shows that we really felt were like a highlight. So I'll go first. The one that did it for me was Co-Founders, and I'll tell you why. Number one, we had the opportunity to have Ryan Nicole Austin to come onto the show. She literally walked us through the process of how she was able to work with her co-creators, how they were able to get backing and funding, and how she really just repped the Bay. It was a very unique story that was specifically here, but has the potential to go much farther. And I saw that show 3 times. So I saw it, I think it was it the dress rehearsal? Or Invited Dress. Then I saw it with my daughter. And then the last time I saw it, Angel Adudoku, she
killed
took
it.
her spot, and that is what sold it for me. I said, Angel? Is that you?
Yeah, she
I
took it to
said,
another level.
damn. It was a beautiful, beautiful presentation of her artistry. And I was just so proud of the Bay Area and what we are doing. They're always saying that we don't have anything to offer, or people like to come and dump on us and then take off to Broadway. But baby, let me tell you, Co-Founders is an example of try us if you want to. We got
Right.
so much more on our way. So that was my highlight of this season.
Mine, I was in it, but that's not why it's highlight. It was just an amazing experience. Fat Ham at SF Playhouse
Yes.
is mine for the year.
Yeah.
Simply because, and I say that because, and again, I was in it, I know, but it was the way in which people showed up for that show, the way in it touched so many people, the way in which it wasn't, even though it was a cast full of Black folks, everyone came out to see that show. Everyone felt like they were seen in that show. The writing of that show was amazing. And then with being in the show, the community that I felt on stage, the community that I felt with Margot directing us, it just was an overall amazing experience. And I feel like was a Bay Area highlight.
It really was. It was a Bay Area highlight.
You missed it. And
You missed
you
that.
know you missed it because even people who missed it was like, oh, I missed it. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say Fat Ham was my highlight of the year.
All right.
So mine's a little selfish. My highlight of this theater season would be when I directed Wild with Happy. And the playwright, the one and only Coleman Domingo, came to the matinee.
Yes, he did.
I'm going to drop
You
that
better
little.
drop it.
Yes. So it was nice to have him in the audience, and it was a little nerve-wracking because I sat behind him, and you're watching him watch the show that he
I
wrote.
love to watch people watch shows, so I would be scared to watch the playwright.
I was like going, ooh. And I was like, did he respond to that? But at the end, he loved it, right? I was like, so that, and he got to meet the cast after the show.
Nice.
So
Love
that
that.
was a total highlight because I saw the cast interact with him, and he had been DMing us on IG before, like, because he was like, he takes his shows very seriously. So
Of
that
course.
so he's like, go ahead and make sure you do this. And I go, don't worry, I'm still going to do it my way, but I'm still going to respect
Sure.
your story. So that would be a highlight because that was sort of like he was very, very. And Sean San Jose came with them, and Margot was there, and they're all good friends, right?
Yes,
So it was like
yes.
nice to have them all in the same space
support.
for that.
I love that. All right, so Creatively Shaded has some intentions this year.
We do?
And did we meet them? We
better
set
call
them.
us out. I love
we
when
set
Liz
our
does this.
intentions.
We set intentions this year,
Okay?
okay.
So here are some
Put
of
your
them.
glasses on so you can catch up.
We wanted.
I love she do this. Wait, y'all need to know. Sometimes we have these like our conversations. We have them like mapped out, and then sometimes Liz will go in and throw some extra stuff. So this is some extra stuff we don't know. This is why Shanjay look like this, and I love when she do this because it catches us up. Perfect. Today my words are not coming out.
That third language.
Today she's catching us off guard, so I love this.
Keeping you on your toes.
Come on,
So, if you remember a few episodes back, in the beginning of the year, we set our intentions. We had individual goals that we wanted to hit, and then Creatively Shaded as a podcast had goals and intentions. So one of them was to continue to cultivate and grow relationships with local theater companies, introduce blackout nights, and here are some of the ways that we actually were able to accomplish them,
Liz.
and then some more. We introduced the Real Tea Theater, in-depth conversations with folks on and all up and through the stage. We did that with the cast of Fat Ham.
Yeah.
We also did that with the cast of Wild with Happy with NCT. And, NCTC, thank you so much. And then we created, Sir Diva's Rant. Now it's called Sir Diva Says. So
because I wasn't ranting, and I was like, I'm not ranting, y'all. I'm just simply giving my perspective of some ish that I am very committed to.
Yes. And then, if you go back and remember, we was up here ding-donging, danging.
She was ding-donging.
And so Phaedra came up with her stamp of approval.
Get down.
So when we love something, expect Phaedra to say,
Get down.
all right, so y'all know we wasn't about to let y'all, we are a Black podcast. And so we had to educate you on Black Bay Area theater history, Black women's history, etc., and so much more. We also were able to attend designer runs, previews, and offer the entire process of what it's like to be behind stage. And then we try to jazz up our social media and bring Into the Shade onto social media more consistently. So, and with that being said, lean in a little bit.
Come on, I'm leaning.
Creatively Shaded exists as a vehicle to permeate the theatrical canvas in the Bay Area with swaths of melanation.
Come on, swaths.
Unapologetically, conspicuously, and vigorously.
You better use your words, friend.
It is our objective to dismantle the preconceived notions of canonized artistry that seeks to have Black creatives on the outskirts of the pulse.
What?
In other words, we will continue to champion Black artists, provide resources, build connections, cultivate relationships that invigorate said artists, and spills through every crevice of these Bay Area streets. Partner with us by promoting this podcast, emailing us, and extending resources to help us continue to fulfill our purpose.
You better go ahead, friend.
So it sounds like we're going to be posting that somewhere so that it can be seen by everyone, so that when people reach out to us, they are clear and aware about of how we roll.
Absolutely.
And what our intent is. So that is going to be probably from now on in our press packet.
Yep.
And it's probably too lengthy for IG, but we can also put it on our YouTube.
Yep.
Our little bio.
Yes.
I think we can totally add that under that because that is well said, Miss Bang.
All right now.
And unapologetically, conspicuously, and vigorously.
And she was using all the big words.
I know, and it is our objective to dismantle the preconceived notions of canonized
educated.
artistry.
Come on, education. Well, of course, we always want you to put your butt in the theater seats, okay? So shows that you should be seeing right now. Cinderella is running an African-American Shakespeare company directed by Gary Stanford. We've been knowing Gary for 100,000 years, ain't we?
Mm-hmm. Maybe like a few years.
Is back to enchant audiences with magic, courage, and a story that inspires kids and families to follow their dreams. This goes on stage December 12th through December 21st, and tickets at AfricanAmericanShakes.org.
Snowbound, a holiday tale. Town Hall Theater Company, written and co-directed by Kimberly Ridgway. It's 1992. The holiday season is in the air, and a group of high school students en route to an academic competition encounter an historic blizzard that leaves them stranded, having to take refuge in an abandoned house. As they grapple with missing their families and traditions, tensions rise, secrets unfold, and unlikely bonds form. Through laughter, conflict, and moments of ingenuity, they discover that the true meaning of the season isn't about where you are, but who you're with. Previews begin December 4th and 5th, running December 6th through the 20th. Tickets, now this is a good ticket price.
Yes.
Tickets range from $20 to $45, with pay what you can tickets starting at $2 using the promo code P as in Paul, WYC as in Charlie.
Yes,
There
we'll
we
have
go.
James drop that down for you. All right, Soulful Christmas, Lorraine Hansberry Theatre at Fort Mason Center in San Francisco. Stage direction by Margot Hall, of course. A heartwarming holiday tradition.
Y'all silly.
A heartwarming holiday tradition returns, offering a vibrant reimagining of your favorite Christmas classics. Led by the incomparable Dr. Yvonne Cobbs, this magical winter concert features an ensemble of the Bay Area's most powerful voices, delivering joyous melodies, soul-stirring vocals, and a performance overflowing with holiday cheer. Runs December 19th through 21st, just a weekend. Tickets at lhtsf.org.
Don't miss that one, because last year, remember, we talked about it.
Yeah.
It kicked us right into the holiday season. We were like so excited, and it was after the fact that we forgot to tell y'all, but we telling y'all ahead of time. Do not miss that at Lorraine Hansberry Theater. I'm going, because that was the first year I went, and then I was like, "Ooh, come on!" I put all my Christmas decorations up in one day and everything. So make sure you go to that.
Yeah, I'm
and
definitely
support
going to go. I'm
that.
going to bring my mama.
For
Mama,
real.
you going, girl.
Yeah. Also, I'm choreographing Rudolph Jr. If you got some kids, you want some kids to see some theater, I'm choreographing Rudolph Jr. at ACT. It will be at the Strand the 18th and 19th of December. Tickets are starting at like $5, $10.
I love that.
And it is youth theater. It's grades 3rd through 5th. We'll be doing Rudolph Jr. in the beginning. And then the second is, y'all, what's the, oh Lord, forgive me because my memory be bad.
The
Y'all.
one you're directing?
I'm not. No, the second group is the junior high or like the junior high school students, and they're doing a Christmas Carol. Come on, get it out. So it's 2 acts. So the first act is Rudolph Jr., and then the second act is the Christmas Carol. It's really cute for youth theater. You want to bring your kids. I'm sure it's going to sell out. So get your tickets to see that as well.
All right.
Cabaret.
At Oakland Theater
The
Project.
Oakland Theater Project's 2025 season concludes with an electrifying new production of Kander and Ebb's Tony Award-winning musical Cabaret, directed and choreographed by Erica Chong. I'm going to mess up your name.
Don't mess it up, Erica. We know we love you. Okay?
Erica Chong Shuch, SHUCH. My apologies. It previews November 21st and November 22nd. Opening night is November 23rd. And here's an example. They have priority tickets that start at $60, reserved seating. General admission tickets, $35.
That's
nice.
pretty good.
Pay what you can ticket.
Come on.
Or any amount at the door. You contact box office for $10 or $20.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Yes.
That's what
we're
we're
talking
talking about.
Exactly.
Pay what you can, because sometimes I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I have to put $5 with somebody else, $5.
Somebody else got it with you, and that's
No,
that's
put
what
on
we
it.
at right now.
So November 21st through December 14th.
All right. So now we would like to extend gratitude and appreciation for an extraordinary season. So I will start. This season has been incredible, full of ups and downs, and it's been a growing process because I was even preparing for this episode, I was looking back on some of the outlines that we've had, and just to see the progression of how they've become more explicit and detailed, and even in how our own technological skills have improved. I'm really grateful for that. Not to mention, we're grateful for you, for our audience, for the theater community that we have cultivated here in the Bay Area. And I'm especially grateful for these people.
Oh Lord, don't you start that emotional stuff.
I am so thankful for Phaedra and Sean J. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. This was a vision that, I had, and y'all have been with me ever since. It's our podcast, and I'm so thankful for what we have done, and I am so excited for what we're going to continue to do. And I also want to shout out James.
Come on, James.
Yes.
James been with us from the beginning. Yes, he has.
And we didn't put the James through hell and high water, but he still love us.
Yes, we have. Thank you so much, James. And literally, you see the people who make this podcast happen. We do not have a budget that's humongous. We are scrappy. Mm-hmm. We do this ourselves, and we are on the lookout for anyone who wants to offer additional resources, helping us set up.
Pay for an episode.
Please.
Whatever you want to contribute this holiday season.
Hallelujah.
A location.
Right.
Hey,
so,
this location is pretty darn nice, I will say.
This location is the parking around here is let's just be real about that. Hopefully I haven't been told.
So that's what I'm grateful for. And please be on the lookout, because we have some really wonderful things that are coming up that we can figure out how to continue to make our goals and our intentions and the reason why this podcast exists in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate a lot you all, all three of you all, and myself, because, I have to show up. And so, but I also appreciate when we are out and about, or just individually out and about, and folks speak to what we're doing and how they appreciate it and how they look forward to us having more reach and more conversations that are not exactly tough conversations. They're looking for us. They're looking and waiting for us to have those conversations that can get a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But we are willing and open to having those. And I look forward to those, because I think that's where growth happens.
Yes.
So I really am. And we ask that, if you have a tip, you have a suggestion, fire it to us. Like, we want conversations about why folks are being hired from outside of San Francisco, why folks are not budgeting or not paying their cast, why they're doing this and why they're doing that. And I think let's have those conversations. Let's chat, So that's what I appreciate.
I appreciate being here. I appreciate being a part of this group. I appreciate our conversations. Sometimes I get wound up in the thick of being the artist that I am. So these conversations help me feel like I'm not alone, and that I have an opinion and that my voice matters in these rooms that I'm in. Sometimes I'm fighting. So I'm thankful to have this group to help me balance that and have ideas that I can bounce to y'all, and y'all be like, "No, don't say it like that, Phaedra. No, don't do it like that." Or So I appreciate this group, and that it's a friendship, not only just this podcast. We are a friendship outside of here. So I appreciate what this does for us. But again, we said this is not something that no one is paying for us to do this. This is something that we literally is a gift to you all. That we come out of our pockets to be a part of. And so I love spending my money with y'all. And having these conversations about what the Bay Area and theater is. And someone asked me a question the other day, Valina. Valina asked me a question the other day, and she's like, "Girl, you do everything. Your name is everywhere. You're doing all the stuff." And she said, "What is the end game for you? If you had all the money that you can have, and do the thing, what is it that you want to do?" And this is one of the things that I want to do, is making sure that my community is tapped into the opportunities and is able to work in this community and not have to travel outside of the Bay Area to do their artwork and be supported in their art form. So we need you in the seats. We need your help so that we can, as artists, can stay here and be here, and we can give you worthwhile art that you live around, that you're proud to be around, and that you can tell people to come out of state actually come to California and come see this show with me, because we actually have some great art here too. So I want to keep creating that ecosystem here in the Bay Area, especially for the Black artists. So I'm thankful for this and being able to do that.
Snaps, not clock that too.
Clock that, but I would like to add on to that, if I may.
Come on and add.
So by supporting not only Black artists, this is where a trickle-down system actually does work, is that it impacts all other communities.
It does.
And I think because we don't just do, even though this is a Black Artist Point of View podcast, we are interconnected with other communities that also, I believe, benefit from these conversations as well.
Yes.
So I think, yes, and we have to do that, because if you do it here, it will have
Absolutely.
A rippling
spread.
effect.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
That's just had an idea that I want to talk to y'all about later.
All right, come on.
I love ideas.
This is why I really like doing it, because we come up with all kind of stuff to do when we get off of here.
Do.
So look forward to seeing y'all in 2026. We have some amazing ideas, some things we want to bring to you, and some consistency we also want to bring to you. We know that we are all three of us are very busy working actors, but we know that it is important for us to be consistent for you, and for you to know where to go see art. We have to be consistently telling you where it is. So yeah,
We
I'm
sorry.
excited about that. No, we ain't sorry. We working,
We would do
but
better.
we gonna do
Well,
better.
we have an idea that we're kind of thinking about in ways to make sure that we are being more consistent, and that consistently rolling out episodes in a more consistent way.
Oh my God, how many times can you say consistent?
No, don't say that word anymore.
Consistent.
So with that, ways to support the Black theater community. One way is giving your dollars, not only just by being in the seats, but also donating when you can and when possible. No amount is too small.
That's
this
right.
is true. You can support the African American Shakespeare Company with donations to help them continue their missions of envisioning the classics with color. To give, visit their website, africanamericanshakes.org. You can also donate to the Lorraine Hansberry Theatre by visiting lhtsf.org. Another one is the Lower Bottom Players at lowerbottomplayers.com. Follow them, get on their mailing list, just so that you're aware of what's going on, and donate. You can follow us
Yep.
to promote, subscribe to our YouTube. I love our YouTube. Leave a review on our Apple Podcasts or wherever you watch your podcasts. Email us, send us questions, send us suggestions, send us ideas. We are open to all of the wonderful things that our community already has, but will continue to do.
Absolutely. So I think that's it for season 2, episode
Look
12.
at us.
That's another one in the can.
We did it.
So
We did it.
Get to go on a little mini hiatus and get some more information for you all coming back in January. I will have a birthday in January.
Oh, yes, he will.
Well, we're going to wish y'all a happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holiday season.
Have a good time
Season's
out there. Be
greetings.
careful. Love on each other. Find a reason to help somebody. Make a plate. Take a plate with you when you go somewhere. Drop it off to somebody. Everybody needs a little love right
Yes,
now.
we do.
Yeah.
So make sure you go and love on somebody. Be kind to somebody. But also, there's theater to see.
is.
Go and take your family out for a night out to see some theater. If you need some tickets or need some discounts, please inbox us. We will try to get back to you as soon as possible about what you can see. But you can always inbox us about shows that, or like, hey, we don't know what show to see this weekend. Say it. Reach out to us. We're gonna tell you where to go.
That's right. And we hope to see y'all out in these theater streets.
Yes. So, and as always, stay fierce, focused,
Yeah.
and fabulous.
Yeah.
But most of all,
Black. You better stay black.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
2025.
You can subscribe to Creatively Shaded Podcast on YouTube and follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you listen.